This is the Manga Xanadu Manga Dome podcast. I am your host, Laurie Henderson. Join me on this journey into the world of manga, where a river of reviews flow through caverns of commentary down into the latest news. Welcome to the Manga Dome. Episode 61, Yen Press Surprise Package. The Weekly Wish List. This week is like a barren wasteland in the world of new releases. Only one new title has me mildly interested. Girls in Panzer Volume 1 is from Seven Seas Entertainment and is about cute, eccentric girls driving tanks in competition. The premise sounds silly, but the anime was a big hit, and Seven Seas has done well, even if their successful titles don't interest me in the slightest. Maybe this one will be different. In the news, Osamu Tezuka has been getting a lot of attention lately. 2 weeks ago, I talked about an AU title based on his popular title, Blackjack. Apparently, that wasn't the only one. The Untold Story, How Tezuka Created Blackjack, has been running in Akita Shoten's Weekly Shonen Champion. The series is a non-fictional account of how Tezuka created the series based on interviews from people working in the studio at the time. The series will end in the issue to come out June 12th, and the fifth and final volume will ship in August. This sounds like a fascinating series. I would love to read and see how Tezuka worked. With so much of his work coming out, it would be nice to see more of the man himself, but it's unlikely to get licensed here as non-fiction hasn't been popular. Maybe a boutique publisher like Vertical or Fantagraphics, who has an audience more inclined to this kind of work, will give it a look. With the release of its 10th volume, Sankare, the zombie romantic comedy, has announced that the 11th volume will be its final. The series is published in Kodansha's Besatsu Shonen magazine and is about Chihiro Furuya, who likes zombies more than real people. When his pet cat dies, he decides to try and resurrect it as a zombie. Rhea Sanka, a girl from a local all-girls school, wants to become a zombie to escape her responsibilities and agrees to help Chihiro. The final volume will include at least one special extra chapter. I read the first chapter of this in Kodansha's Unreal Sampler and wasn't impressed. I'm not going to miss it. Manga Box, the free manga app from Dana, has added 2 new titles to their lineup. Why Can't I Get a Girlfriend ran in Kodansha's monthly shonen rival and just ended in April with 4 to 5 volumes. The series follows high school student Seiya Todoin, who is smart, handsome, rich, and athletic, but hasn't had a girlfriend in his 16 years of life. He is determined to change that before he finishes high school, but he doesn't have a clue how to go about it. I've read the first couple of chapters and found it interesting enough to add it to my list of manga I follow. The other title that doesn't sound interesting to me at all is The Godlike Gambler Ari Maria. This title follows Maria, a legendary gambler who will take on any challenge no matter how unreasonable or impossible. She runs into a lowly slave who solves her riddle, and she will have to deal with him somehow. The series will be exclusive to the app and will run for 5 chapters. Just the picture for the series was enough to warn me off. Good thing it's going to be short. Viz Media, which has put its manga on several different platforms and used it as an excuse to raise their digital manga prices, has added another platform. This week, Viz debuted 500 titles on Comixology. This is probably the last major comics books platform that Viz can get on. 19 series will make up the 500 volumes, and almost all of them are shonen except for Nana. All the regulars you'd expect are there: Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Rurouni Kenshin, and Death Note, as well as some not-so-big titles: Shaman King, Claymore, Knights of the Zodiac, and the new title One Punch Man. I'm not sure what's taken Viz so long to get on this platform. It's got the DRM they love. You only rent titles, not download to own, and they're only readable in the app like their own app. If you want to pull in fence-sitting comic fans, getting on a comics app is the way to go. I wonder if any of the changes, such as Amazon buying them and or the changes Amazon made a difference. I don't buy off Comixology because I don't want to rent my comics. If I purchase them, I want them to be mine, not theirs. The Top 10 Department. The release of new shonen titles last week has completely upended the list at VizManga.com. For the week of June 3rd, 2014, there is a new title on top. One Piece Volume 71 debuts at number 1. Seraph of the End Volume 1 debuts at number 2, as does Toriko Volume 22, which comes in at number 3. Blue Exorcist Volume 1 gets a bump from a $2.99 sale to come in at number 4, while Dengeki Daisy Volume 14 debuts at number 5. Kimi ni Todoke, Volume 19, debuts at number 6, along with Nura Rise the Yokai Clan, Volume 21, which debuts at number 7. Millennium Snow, Volume 3, debuts at number 8. Voiceover, Seiyu Academy, Volume 5, debuts at number 9. And Food Wars, Volume 2, falls a long 9 spots to come in at number 10. What a difference a week makes. Only one title held on from last week, the digital-only Food Wars. Shoujo makes a decent stand with 4 titles against the shonen onslaught. I'm happy to see Millennium Snow as one of them. I'm glad I'm not the only one excited it's back. Voiceover seems to be a regular on the list with every new volume. I need to pick up some of those. Over at the New York Times bestseller list, Viz makes a big comeback, chasing off those pesky Titans and Monster Girls. For the week ending June 7th, 2014, there's a new top manga. Pokemon Adventures Diamond and Pearl with Platinum, Volume 11 debuts at number 1. High School DD moves up 3 to number 2, while Seraph of the End Volume 1 debuts at number 3. Attack on Titan Volume 1, the lone Titan title on the list, holds at number 4, while Soul Eater Volume 20 falls 2 to number 5. Millennium Snow Volume 3 debuts at number 6, along with Pokemon Black and White Volume 16 at number 7. Monster Musume Volume 3 falls 6 spots to come in at number 8. One Piece Volume 71 debuts at number 9. And Kami-sama Kiss Volume 15 debuts at number 10. That is pretty amazing. Viz went from having no titles on the list last week to 6 this week, including the top spot. I guess it shouldn't be surprising that Viz can retake so many spots. The Pokemon title might seem surprising, but they really are well written. But the one title Viz couldn't knock off, Attack on Titan Volume 1, hits its 1-year mark this week, having been 52 weeks on the list. And I think most of those, if not all, were consecutive. That is an amazing achievement for a manga and really testifies to the popularity of the series. Yen Press Surprise Package. It's been a rough couple of weeks for Yen Press. With their parent company Hachette in dispute talks with Amazon, their books have been beaten with slow reorders and shipping times and pre-orders disabled. They did smarten up some by running a promotion with Barnes & Noble, but they aren't letting it get them down. On Friday, they announced new volumes for existing titles and 5 new titles to come out next year. Of the existing titles, Kingdom Hearts fans can rejoice as the final 2 volumes of Kingdom Hearts 358 2 Days, Volumes 4 and 5, will be released late this year. Also due to come out in the winter is the 3rd omnibus volume of Kingdom Hearts 2. Then, in early 2015, readers can get the 1st volume of Secret. It is currently being released digitally as chapters, so if you can't wait for next year, pick them up now. On to the new stuff. The first title announced was Akame ga Kill, which follows teenage country bumpkin Tatsumi, who is going to the capital to earn money for his village. He is robbed right outside the capital, but is taken in by the kindly Lady Aria. Just as it seems his luck is changing, Lady Aria is besieged by Night Raid, a team of ruthless assassins who target high-ranking members of the upper class. Things are not what they seem in the capital, and these assassins just might be the good guys. This title sounds interesting on paper, but I can't shake the feeling it will have more male gaze than I'm comfortable with. An anime adaptation is coming out this summer, so that's sure to whip up interest. I'll probably check out the first volume anyway. It will be available in early 2015. The next title isn't all that new. Sword Art Online Progressive isn't a new SAO title, but a retelling and expansion of the original Aincrad arc. Yen Press has both the light novel and the manga adaptation. I don't know about the light novel, but I would certainly like to see some expansion on the manga. The original seemed to move too fast for my liking. This will be available in 2015. Kagero Daze is another light novel and manga adaptation combo. This series follows Shintaro Kisaragi, a NEET, not in education, employment, or training, who has refused to leave his room for the last 2 years. When his computer crashes, he is forced to leave his room and rejoin the world he has tried to shut out, and stumbles right into a hostage situation. This series is part of a mixed media project. It had a series of music videos, and an anime, Mikaku City Actors, is currently running in Japan as well as streaming here. The manga and light novel will be available in early 2015. The final series doesn't have a release date. Absolute Solitude is a new light novel series by Reiki Kawahara, the creator of Sword Art Online and Excel World. There is little information beyond that, as it hasn't even been published in Japan yet, but fans of the other works will no doubt be waiting for this one. It's kind of exciting that Yen Press will be on the ground floor for it. Do any of these announcements excite you? Have you been hoping and praying for any and or all of them? Leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you for listening to the Manga Xanadu Manga Dome podcast. You can find links to the stories and books discussed here in the show notes at manga.jadedragononline.com. You can email me with any questions at xanadu@jadedragononline.com or leave a comment on this post. Rate me on YouTube and follow me on Twitter at Manga Xanadu, all one word. Until next time, farewell from the Manga Dome.